welcome to this sit-down video where I am going to attempt to talk about my chronic illness. So most of you, when you watch my videos, all you see is a healthy individual that goes to the barn and is full of energy and can do anything. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean. And that is not the reality. So I have been diagnosed with myalgic encephalomyelitis since 2012. I probably had it before that, but yeah, that's when I got my diagnosis. So myalgic encephalomyelitis, or ME, used to be known also as CFS, or chronic fatigue syndrome, but they don't really use that name anymore from what I've researched. If you are one of those people that like to understand everything and Google and like stuff like that, I would urge you to pause this video and go and get something to write down something on, because I'm gonna use some like words and technical terms perhaps in this video that you might want to Google. I don't know, maybe you're a genius. So yeah, so it used to be called chronic fatigue syndrome. So let's talk a little bit about fatigue. So fatigue or chronic fatigue is not the same thing as being tired or worn out or exhausted. It's so much more than that. Like if you walked for a week carrying something in your arms and not slept for a week, that is like more close to what I can explain it to be. So ME is classified as a neurological disorder or illness, but it has also been described as an autoimmune disorder. The thing is, they don't really know fully what it is as of now. They're doing a lot of research, and the problem is that all they have to go on are the patient's symptoms. So far they have been having problems finding biological markers that they can like pinpoint that this is a biological marker for this illness, such as like if you have cancer, you find cancer cells. If you have HIV, you find HIV virus. So like stuff like that. They don't have that for ME. And because they don't know the biological markers, it's also problematic in finding a cure. So as of now, there are no cure for this illness, only symptom management. So let's talk about symptoms. Of course, the symptoms people might know of is the fatigue, but there's also the joint pain, muscle pain, severe headaches, sleep problems, as in you can sleep too much or you can't sleep at all. People get sound sensitivity, light sensitivity. You can feel like you have the flu or are going to get the flu. You also have a lot of lactic acid in your muscles, so it's painful. There is the cognitive problems such as remembering words, having trouble stringing sentences together, having trouble remembering things short-term, sometimes long-term memories. And of course, we can't forget the PEM. So PEM stands for post-exertion malaise, which means that if you do something physical or even social, depending on how your body reacts to the ME, you get a worsening of your symptoms. So you probably see me at the barn doing all of this, but what you don't see are the day after, where most of the things I do is this. Depending on how much you push your body, the worse your symptoms get. And sometimes you push your body so much that the symptoms get worse permanently, which is not what you want. I've myself had a worsening of symptoms after I pushed myself to finish my bachelor's degree. And when I got home, I collapsed for a month. And then I have had trouble building myself back up. So my ME is classified at the moment as mild. There are 3 degrees of ME that I can remember. It's mild, moderate, and severe. I've been very lucky. I've had mild ME most of the time. I've only had a period, it was quite a long period, but it's a period of it dipping into moderate quite often. And that is like one of the problems with ME, that you can have good days and you can have bad days. And I was at the tipping point, and I struggled to keep my bad days on the right side of the mild and moderate line. I struggled a bit with that, but I'm very, very lucky because I can function pretty well. I can shower, I can make my own food most of the time. I do a little bit of household chores, and I can go to the barn for 2 or 3 days a week if I rest the day before and I need to rest the day after. But there are those that have the hard or severe degree of ME that are bedridden. They are lying in a dark room. They can't stand any sound. People have to whisper if they want to talk to them. They have to be fed. They have to be cleaned by other people. And yeah, I'm very, very lucky that I don't have the severe form of ME, and I really, really hope I never end up there. So I'm very, very careful of managing my symptoms so that they don't dip into moderate, and then again, if I push myself too hard, they dip into like more severe form of ME. So I don't know if this makes any sense to you guys. I mean, feel free to ask any questions down in the comments. So my ME affects my life in the sense that there are so many things that I cannot do, because if I do too many things, such as go shopping, be with friends, be with family, go to the barn or work, I would collapse and I would get a worsening of my symptoms, i.e. PAM. So I struggle a lot with cognitive issues from the ME. So I have lots of troubles with concentration, and being able to concentrate for more than 30 minutes at a time is impossible for me. And this is from the girl that used to have like top grades and understand everything like that, and I had a semi-photographic memory and did well in school and could remember all details and everything. Now I can't remember anything anymore. I struggle having long conversations with people. When we go hacking, I can't remember what I said to the people that I go hiking with afterwards. And I lose my filter at the end of the hike. Like if we've been out for a little over an hour, I start saying all these weird kind of things because my brain to mouth filter is gone. Also, like focusing on work or like stuff like that is impossible for me so far, and I'm using YouTube as kind of like an exercise to make my brain work when I do my editing and stuff like that. And doing this video is very, very hard for me because I plan out what I'm gonna say and I start a sentence and then I'm lost. Don't remember what I was gonna say. I also struggle with a lot of joint pain, and some of you might have seen that I wear this bracelet thingy in my videos, and it's an ionic bracelet. You can just look up what an ionic bracelet is. So it has helped me a lot with my joint pain. So in terms of the joint pain and the muscle pain that I get, the closest I can get to describing it and how it feels, I usually get it in my hands and feet. That's the worst part. And it feels like somebody has like taken a wooden club and has like been hitting my hands for like an hour. So that's what it feels like. Also, after getting ME, I got a lot of food intolerance. So there's lots of food I can't eat anymore. I have trouble with gaining weight because of my inactivity. Like I said, because of my concentration, I can't work, and so I can't earn any money, which is what sort of stops me, that and all the physical aspects of it. It stops me from living my dream, having my own horse, and sometimes it feels like I'm a prisoner to my own body, that it controls me. The only positive thing I can think of with having ME is that it has taught me to be very in tune with my own body, to feel every little signal it gives me, to listen to it more, because every action has a reaction when you have ME, and it's all about controlling those reactions. And even though I can rest and I can go to the barn and I rest the day after, and I look normal, and when people ask me, I say that I feel fine, it's never normal or fine. It's bearable for a person that has this illness. I'm constantly at all times feeling tired and a little bit achy and a little bit like foggy in my head, but I've had this illness for 8 years now or more, and I kind of forgotten what it feels like to be normal. So when I say I feel fine for a person that has ME. So I hope this video wasn't too boring or too long for you guys. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the illness in this video, give you some information, hopefully inspire you to go out and research some of this, and be kind to anyone that you know that has this illness. And the next video in this series is going to be a week in my life, although it was a good week. Let's just say that it was a good week. And yeah, please ask any questions you have in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!